All right, YouTube Nation. Hey, Josh here, Attica Lumber Company. Check this out right here, 30 by 40, 11 feet 6 inches, post-frame building, Polebarn building right up here in actually Ottawa County. But in this video, let's talk a little bit about some specs on this building, kind of give you an idea. Maybe you want to put this in your backyard right here. So kind of give you an idea here. Lake area's not too far over there. We got African Safari Park. So if you hear some noises, it's the animals. All right, so 30 by 40, 11 feet 6 inches right there. All right, 3-foot wainscot on this. Kind of give you a color combination right there. That's actually a brown. All right, that's actually a brown wainscot. Again, 3-foot section. Then you have the sidewall right there as well. And that's actually a gray. So to give you some color selection, then you can see right here, a little different, interesting take there. You got the white outside corner trim there. So if you're thinking about maybe laying out a building, there's the color selection there. All right, now 3 by 4 windows there. You can see there's 4 of them on this building. Again, 11 feet 6 inches right there at the eave. Now this overhead door that's gonna go in, 16 by 10 right here. That's a 16 by 10 that's gonna be installed there. So you can see the customer had a good aesthetics there with that white outside corners there. Then if you look at the overhead door trim, you see that matches the wainscot right there. So if you're thinking about getting some ideas, and you probably can see the soffit up there. You can see the vented style that we utilize. You can see the guys are obviously knocking out the wainscot, and they're gonna also take care of this porch side of the steel as I talk here. All right, so conventional 4-foot on center truss spacing, as we've talked about numerous times there. And again, we're not an 8-foot, 9-foot, 10-foot, 11-foot, 12-foot spacing company. We think more lumber, more wood. And also 1650 MSR Lumber utilized on this building, not a number 2 grade. All right, and then you also see we utilize 3-ply laminated columns on this building. Again, 30% stronger. Let me get you a little bit closer on this, but 30% stronger than a 6 by 6. Again, a 30 by 40. All right, and you can see the pressure points on this. Again, it's southern yellow pine, glued, finger jointed, laminated together. Okay, you can see the pressure point right there, and then also a pressure point there, and then also a pressure point right there as well. Now treated at the bottom. Okay, so we drill down, okay, 54 inches. Now this is Ottawa County. Again, not too far, probably 2 miles here from the lake area. But we drill down 54 inches. Okay, we put it on a concrete cookie. We backfill it with 411 stone. And then we use treated boards 2 by 6 as uplift protection down that hole. All right, so that kind of gives you an idea. Now you can see this is Ottawa County. We're using 2 by 4 sidewall girts there. Again, spaced 2 feet apart. Now if you've been following along, watching other videos, there's probably 400 videos or so on this channel. Sometimes you see 2 by 6s spaced 30 inches apart, or you'll see 2 by 4s 2 feet apart. Now you can see we're boxing in these windows. Now the owner's not gonna do an interior package right now, but it gives you the option. You see how we framed out this 2 by 6? We keep that line here with the 3-ply laminated column. See that how, hopefully you can see that. I know this is an iPhone, but you can see how if he ever wants to come back and put R19 sidewall insulation with a liner panel, see that's flush right there. All right, you see very windy, obviously lake effect, wind effect around here, so we're using an H1 hurricane tie there. Then always, if you've been following along too, see how we use that 2 by 6 block right there? Again, so if it's not on the post right there on that 3-ply laminated column, if it's sitting on that top beam header right there, yellow pine, we'll put actually 2 by 6. You see how we run those? All right, for extra support there. So those are called actually truss blocks. All right, so that kind of gives you an idea what we're doing here. Now on this side here, actually we prepped this up. You can see a pretty good level site. We've had conducive weather, but actually we laid out 5 inches of stone right here. You can see the grade on this. He is gonna put concrete, so this is a pretty good site here. It's pretty level, pretty flush as I pan around here. Again, 40-year guarantee on the metal. Now that covers the paint shock and then also the base, but not the actual thickness of the metal. Okay, this is actually 29 gauge metal. But what's the difference? Okay, 26 gauge is like a commercial grade. Actually, 24 gauge, 26, 28, and then also 29 gauge. A 24 gauge is thick metal, commercial, industrial gauge. 26, again, commercial, industrial, 28, and then 29. So higher up you go, the metal is, I don't want to call it thinner, but it is thinner. But the paint chalk and the fade, that applies to the warranty 40-year. All right, so you kind of get an idea there. All right, how we built this thing up right here on this site. All right. So check that out right there. Kind of give you some ideas if you're in the market, looking maybe for a hobby garage, post-frame, pole barn building, something to store your tools or your toys or whatever. But you can see we got to knock out this 8-foot porch as well. All right, traditional 1-foot overhang. Now, if you think about doing an overhang on a building, you may want to consider maybe 18 inches, depending on your house, depending on your overhangs, or even a 2-foot overhang. If you've been following along, watch the video we just did of a hobby garage. Actually, the eave, I believe, was 12 feet, and then the gable, if memory serves me right, was about 18 inches. Looks really sharp. So it just depends kind of on the setup of your house, but we can help you customize that. But there you go. Kind of gives you an idea of what we're doing here. So keep it locked, keep it loaded. Comments always welcome. Until the next one, keep it locked, keep it loaded right here. Attic Lumber, and then atticlumber.com.